This is Hockey Night Live, and it is the night of nights for the New Jersey Devils as they christen their brand new $300 million plus home, the Prudential Center, which in time will be known as The Rock. What kind of a home ice advantage will it be? The Rangers coming off a 2-0 victory over the Devils. Nigel Dawes scores 2 and is one of the stars of the game. Meanwhile, the Islanders have had a week to think about things. And good thoughts they were when Billy Guerin put one into the basket in overtime to beat the New Jersey Devils as well. The Islanders at home to the Carolina Hurricanes. The Devils face the Ottawa Senators. The Rangers take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. All tonight. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Hockey Condo. Al Trautwig flying solo tonight as Stan Fischler takes part in the opening ceremonies with the New Jersey Devils tonight. I want to remind you to send your emails to me tonight at msg.com. Click on Game On, and I'll read every single one. Plus, if you're having trouble finding out which channel we're on, FSN or FSN2, you can go to NewYorkOverflow.com. That's NYOverflow.com. We have a lot to talk about tonight, a lot to get to, but the very first thing we want to find out is what is the Prudential Center like? Here's Steve Cangelosi and Ken Danico.
Murals, well, there are so many pieces of artwork throughout this center, but this is the one that stands out. Martin Brodeur and famous figures of New Jersey sports history. Althea Gibson,
and I think
Tony
you hit it right
Viola.
on the head, Steve. It's just the atmosphere is incredible. It's going to be people are going to have a great time. Even from my standpoint, even if corporate people or friends bring people that aren't diehard hockey fans, you're going to have a great time. It's a party-like atmosphere. The spacious building, very wide open, a lot of bars, a lot of things to do. People are going to just have a great time, and it's much more spectacular than I even anticipated.
You're looking at the scoreboard, Al. It's 65,000 pounds, 8-sided at the top, and it is 32 feet wide. A lot of the bells and whistles are things that have gotten a lot of attention, but I can't stress enough, Al, that they did a great job paying tribute to hockey history, too. We're getting a look now at some of the bells and whistles, granted. Okay, this is the Ice Bar, Al, the Ice Lounge, I should say, not to be confused with the Fire Lounge, and they call it the Ice Lounge, Al, because half of the bar is physically made out of ice.
I love that.
It's going to keep your beer or your choice of beverage as cold as it possibly can be for a good amount of time, and that's a lot of the amenities that fans are introducing themselves.
It just seems that Jeff Vanderbeek and his crew left nothing unturned here. They went to, like he had mentioned, he ventured to about 22 arenas throughout North America, brand new facilities, took a little bit out of every place, and that ice lounge is just awesome. I mean, any kind of beverage you want to have, it's going to be cold, and people are just going to have something to talk about at all times, and certainly it's a great buzz. The TV monitors all throughout the place. You can watch the action anywhere you are if you're going to get some food or a drink, and I'm amazed. And the murals you mentioned, Steve, are just spectacular all over the wall, and the history of New Jersey, and certainly the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, they have a lot of good original ideas, Al, and they've taken some ideas from other teams like the Minnesota Wild at the XL Energy Center, and a number of jerseys adorn the concourse here. You've got college jerseys, high school hockey jerseys, all representing those teams and schools from the state of New Jersey. And it's just part of the fabric of this place. Every little orifice, there's a little piece of New Jersey sports history that might strike up a conversation between fans or say, hey, that's my Dumont jersey on the wall. That's my Cranford jersey on the wall. I'm part of that. And with that comes a measure of pride for a lot of kids who walk through here, Dana.
And Steve, that's what it's all about. I mean, you'll get 30-year-old men coming here. I went to that high school, and he just creates conversations like what you're talking about in that party-like atmosphere, and just makes them feel proud, and more importantly, makes them feel part of this arena, part of this team. And I think that's what fans want. They want to be a family. They want to be part of the New Jersey Devils because it's their team and feel like they take wins and losses, a lot of them, let's face it, as hard as the players do. So I think this building really creates that atmosphere.
And Al, they need a win. They've lost 3 in a row coming into tonight.
Yeah, the schedule maker, Steve, didn't do them any favors. The Ottawa Senators, one of the best teams in the league, are in the Prudential Center tonight. Very exciting. First new arena in New York in 25 years. A great story is Henrik Lundqvist. He's allowed the Rangers some wins in situations where they might not have had them. He kept them in games that seemed like they may go the wrong way. The Rangers have given up only 17 goals, and he's one of the biggest reasons why. He got the shutout 2 nights ago against the New Jersey Devils, and the Rangers won the game because of the play of Nigel Dawes. Dawes with John Giannone a little earlier tonight.
All right, Al, thanks. Yeah, 1 goal coming into the other night, 2 the other night. Nigel, I guess the question would be, what do you do for an encore?
Well, no, I think we just got to go out and play well again. I mean, we got to get a lot of pucks on net here. at least they're playing well right now, and we gotta, respond to that.
We saw you immersed in your headsets before the game. What music do you listen to get you psyched up for the game?
I don't know. There's a little rock in there, a little R&B, some rap. Big mix about everything.
When you think about your place here on the team and how much you don't want to go back to Hartford, what do you think you need to do to impress Tom and the coaches?
I don't know. I think just playing solidly. I mean, in the D zone and the offensive zone, and creating chances, getting pucks in the net, and putting some bucks in the net.
Nigel, thanks.
Thanks a lot, John.
Al, we'll talk about Dawes and Dubinsky coming up right here on Hockey Night Live. Back to you.
That's the feel-good story for the Rangers right now, the play of their young players. Nigel Dawes, a great story, a guy who played hard in preseason, didn't make the team, and scores 2 goals in a very important win for the team. Now, tonight, the Rangers take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Meanwhile, the New York Islanders have had some time to think about things, as I mentioned. Last weekend, the big goal from Billy Guerin. They're playing their first game since Saturday. Billy Guerin and Mike Comrie have been the difference for this team, and Billy Jaffe is on the New York Islanders bench to talk about what's on the line for the team that he's watching tonight against Carolina. Billy?
Hey, Al, how you doing tonight? Well, as you said, the team hasn't played in 7 days, so they need to be ready to come right out and face a very, very tough Carolina Hurricanes team. Didn't play that well last night. Carolina gave up 5 power play goals and a shorthanded goal against the Montreal Canadiens. They lost at home, but they are a dynamite and a dynamic team. The Islanders have got to be ready from the opening faceoff tonight if they are going to make a good game out of this.
Hey, Billy, what's the most important thing that the team worked on this past week?
Well, this week they worked on so many different things, Al. They broke down every zone, a lot of defensive zone, neutral zone, special teams. So I don't know if there's any one thing that's most important, but what they worked on were the basic, simple things. Ted Nolan always talks about doing the right thing, the simple thing, the basic thing, because this team is about basics. It's a simplistic team. Less is more for these guys, and they kept on working on all the basics. So I don't know if there's any one thing, but they worked on getting themselves ready for this one. And Ted Nolan wants their mental approach to be ready from the opening face-up. You got to take short shifts. You have to stay out of the box and make sure that you get everybody involved early against Carolina.
Okay, Bill, there you go. That's short shifts thing again. We'll take a break as we continue here on Hockey Night Live. You'll get updates on the game that you're set to watch on your channel, MSG, FSN, and FSN2. The Islanders doing the Rangers stick salute after their impressive win last weekend. The Prudential Center, they've cut the ribbon. John Bon Jovi performed, and now it's time for the star tenant, the Devils, to take on the Ottawa Senators. And then there's Matt Sundin. He's off to the best start of his career with 18 points, and his team is a high-flying scoring machine that runs into Henrik Lundqvist tonight.
And a blast, he scores! Devils win!
New Jersey Devils single-game tickets for the new Prudential Center in Newark are on sale now. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com or call 201-507-8900 for more information.